There's something we need to talk about when it comes to teaching, and it's not the story most people tell. For years, we've heard that the job has gotten harder, that students are more challenging, that parents are more demanding, and that the system is more broken. But what if that's not quite right? What if the real story isn't that teaching became harder, but that it became something entirely different from what it was meant to be? I've been thinking about this a lot, especially after hearing from so many teachers who describe the same feeling. Stretched thin, pulled in directions that have nothing to do with why they entered the profession in the first place. The exhaustion many teachers feel isn't because they're not strong enough. It's because the job itself quietly expanded, and somehow everyone was expected to adapt. Think back to when you first imagined yourself as a teacher. You probably pictured a classroom, students, lessons, moments of understanding. You likely expected planning, grading, and the occasional difficult conversation. But did you imagine becoming a data analyst, spending hours entering numbers into spreadsheets, a social worker, navigating issues far beyond academics, a counselor, mediating conflicts while managing the emotional climate of a room? The truth is simple. Teaching didn't just get harder. It got bigger. This expansion didn't arrive all at once. It happened gradually. One year, a new assessment system. The next, a different way to track progress. Then, the documentation requirements. Then protocols. Then, initiatives are layered on top of initiatives. Each change appeared reasonable in itself. But no one was tracking the cumulative weight. The core act of teaching stayed, but it became surrounded by layers of responsibility that required entirely different skills. Planning changed too. What once involved creativity and preparation slowly became a compliance exercise. Templates, documentation, alignment, evidence. What used to take an hour began taking 3. Not because teachers cared less, but because the job demanded more proof, more records, more justification. Alongside this came something else: emotional labor. Teachers were expected to recognize trauma, support struggling students, manage increasingly complex social dynamics, and hold space for issues far beyond the curriculum. These expectations were rarely acknowledged as additional work. They simply became part of the job. And somehow, all of this was expected to fit into the same workday, which meant it didn't. Evenings became normalized work time. Weekends turned into planning sessions. Homes became extensions of the classroom. The narrative formed quietly. Good teachers go the extra mile. But when did we decide that a job requiring 60 hours a week to do correctly was acceptable? What made this even heavier was the imbalance it created. Teachers were given more responsibility for outcomes, targets, behaviors, results, without being given more authority. Accountability increased. Control did not. In most professions, responsibility entails decision-making authority. In teaching, it often came without it. For years, the response focused on helping teachers cope. Better time management, more resilience, self-care strategies. Well-intentioned, but missing the point. You can't optimize your way out of a job that has become 3 jobs. You can't time manage your way out of a structure that was never designed to be sustainable. As the role expanded, so did the definition of success, until it became contradictory. High standards and emotional availability, discipline and deep relationships, data targets and creativity. Each expectation made sense alone. Together, they created an impossible standard. Many teachers didn't just feel tired. They began to feel like they were failing at a job they were working harder at than ever. So if you've reached a point where you're questioning whether you can keep doing this, that doesn't mean you became weaker. It means the load became heavier. You didn't stop caring. The space for what you cared about got crowded out. The job you're doing now isn't the job you signed up for, and recognizing that matters. Whatever you choose next, you're responding to a role that changed around you, not failing at one you couldn't possibly carry alone.